lately, maybe the last couple of days, two generations of news media went head-to-head when Sean Hannity sat down with veteran newsman Ted Koppel, where Koppel explained the biggest difference between the two of them. Take a look.
You think we're bad for America? You think
Yeah.
I'm bad for America?
Yeah.
You do?
In the long haul, I think you
Really?
and all these opinion
That's
shows...
sad, Ted.
No, you know why?
That's sad.
Because you're very good at what you do, and because you have attracted people who are determined that ideology is more important than facts.
Bam! Drop the mic. You know, because people, I think people look at Fox News as a news outlet and think of Sean Hannity as a journalist and newsman, and he's not quite that.
See, I disagree, though. I think when people look at Sean Hannity, they look at him for what he is and that he's opinion. In the same way that, see, I think Sean Hannity, I agree with him on a lot of issues, disagree with him on some. I actually do think he's good for America in the same way that I think Rachel Maddow is good for America. And Bill Maher is good for America. I want to hear the more opinions, the better. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to watch him and I'm going to agree or I'm going to form my opinion based on what he's saying. But the more voices we have...
Does it not bother you that he has not really used very many facts when he's sort of reporting?
Well, I disagree with that. I mean, I used to do his show a lot. There were a lot of fact-based reporting, and what I like about his show and many others...
But he's not a journalist, Jed. I mean, that's
not
the bottom line.
He's not
he
claiming
doesn't claim to be a journalist.
I don't think people know the difference.
When the
I don't either.
I think what I liked about... They don't know the difference. And what I liked, another thing that Ted Koppel said is when the opinion page... It's fine to have the opinion page in a newspaper, but when the opinion page replaces the front page of the newspaper, that's when you have a problem. And that's the problem with Sean Hannity's show. Because his opinion has become the news, and his opinion has made its way into the White House.
It's also true that when Trump was running, no journalist checked his lie. They should have been checking the lies as he went along. That would have helped a lot.
They started doing that later
now
on.
they're doing it, but a day late and a dollar short.
I think they did check. But I don't think, I know a lot of people that watch, and this is not an insult to Jed having been on Fox News, but I know a lot of people specifically that watch Fox News and equate it to the networks and the broadcast journalists, and they don't know the difference. I think you're, like you said, I think they do. I think it's because you know how clearly the line is drawn, but I think there are a lot of people that are seeking someone to represent them, and they don't know the distinction.
But there are people, isn't it interesting that over the weekend, you know, Trump calls the Washington Post and the New York Times fake news, fake news. But after he failed at the Obama
we're going to get to...
The first ones he called were the New York Times and the Washington Post.
That was
But
remarkable.
every news network within their division has opinion and then has news. So you can't equate Bret Baier on Fox News with Sean Hannity, and you shouldn't. Bret Baier is a hard news guy. He does the debates. He's not biased. Watch his reporting. It is not biased. However, if you watch Sean Hannity, you're getting a bias, and he admits that. He's a right-wing commentator.
But that's the difference. That's the difference that Ted Koppel is pointing out. Because Ted Koppel, you don't know what his personal opinions are. And that is, you know, when
you know that he thinks Sean Hannity's bad for America, so that tells me something about
He
it.
says that about MSNBC also.
He's also not working right now as a journalist. He was talking about how he feels, and that is his opinion. However, I find it interesting because facts are hard to find on Fox. I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, for years, they pretended they didn't know where President Obama was born. They pretended
That's not true.
I'm sorry. Yes,
That's not true.
Oh, it absolutely is.
If you look at a lot of the reporting... I worked there. I promise you, it's not true.
And, you know, I'm telling you,
Sean Hannity did it.
But you can handpick anyone, and that's what I'm saying.
If you let me finish what I'm trying to say, then you might understand my point.
Go ahead.
Which is, when you don't say, hey, listen, I know we have a specific thing here, but this is not true. He was born in Hawaii. That's where he comes from. 4 or 5 years of that people still believe, because they didn't hear it from these guys, whose obligation it is, even when you're an opinion show, it's your obligation to at least get a fact.
There were a lot of, all I'm saying is I agree with you.
Repeat the lie.
I agree with you. There were a lot of people there, though, that were, I was there were a lot of people who were saying that. I can't attest to everyone. All I'm saying is that within every news network, I think there are people you can count on for fact and people you can't, and people you know that their opinion
But
made.
the line is very blurred at Fox News. It's very blurred.
It's not blurred at MSNBC or CNN.
Very
blurred at MSNBC too.
But look at this. Remember when Trump cited this non-existent terror attack in Sweden after seeing a Tucker Carlson Tonight segment about refugee violence in Sweden? And so when they asked him, where did you get that news from? He said Tucker Carlson. And it wasn't true. And that's why the lines are blurred. And they're blurring all the way to the White House. And that's the problem.
But you had recently a report at Fox News. You remember that report that Judge Napolitano did? Yeah. Judge Napolitano put out a report. He works for Fox News, and you had the news network.
Was wrong.
It was wrong, but my point is you had Brett Baer, you had Shepard Smith, you had news people at Fox News saying that's not representative of what Fox News stands for. I'm not here to defend Fox News as an entity. I'm here to defend the objective people within. I'm here to defend news in general and say there are objective people, there are opinion people. In my opinion, that makes for a better America. Give me more.
Let me ask you something. When you were there,
I was there, yeah.
Do you remember anybody questioning Trump when he said that Obama was not born in the country? Did
Yes,
anyone?
I do.
Do you remember?
I mean, I was